Hello, I'm Manawiltos, and today we're doing another round of GeoGuessr, and I thought that if I did a round one, I ought to at least do a round two. Part one, there should be at least a part two, and also I enjoyed it because it's a game that allows me to think, but it doesn't really put my mind in a box when thinking. It's sort of uh, out of a box in a sense. So let's take a look at what we are getting given today. Okay, it looks like it's winter time somewhere. So we know that this is in a place that snows in the winter. Or this might not be the winter, but actually a really high mountain at some other time of the year. But our best bet is to find a sign of some sort. So the real question is, which direction do I reckon a sign would be? Maybe a sign up there. Now we immediately see that we've got these protectors on the side of a road. Um, I've seen those in Europe. I think I've seen them in the United States as well, but I don't think they're quite as common. But we know that wherever this is, it is mountainous to some extent, and also it looks like there is a frozen lake, perhaps. Or maybe it's not frozen, maybe it's just the light shining off of it. But maybe if I got to see buildings, I might be able to tell where exactly this is. But it doesn't look like this area is particularly inhabited, which means this is probably not Switzerland. Because I think Switzerland, you'd have at least a house or two somewhere. Of course, I might be missing something because I don't have the clearest of vision on what's across the lake. But nevertheless, this area looks like it's not too well inhabited. So the real question I'm having here is, what continent is this on? Because I don't think this is going to be in South America, um, or Africa for that matter, and probably not in New Zealand. So I'm thinking it's most likely somewhere in maybe Scandinavia, or perhaps northern Russia, or somewhere in the northern United States or in Canada. Could be Iceland, but I'm not entirely sure on that. I'm going to see if I can find a sign somewhere. Come on, give me a sign. Currently, I'm leaning Europe, but really, this could be anywhere where it snows in the winter. Just anywhere where there's a lake that uh, is that is just sitting around without too much people around it. I think there might be something over there, but can't really tell. Yeah, this is a difficult one because these things could be in practically any country in the world. I know it's somewhere where it snows, probably not South America. Um, I guess the thing that would give me the hint would be the type of plant life around here, but I'm not seeing anything that strikes me as too particular. I just don't recognize this place. So thank you, GeoGuessr, for giving me something that has almost no hints. Now, if I had been a bit more of an expert on plants, I might be able to tell what kind of conifers these are. But unfortunately, I'm not. Let's just see how far we can go. Wow, it's getting really blurry. I'm going to have to wait for it to load up. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything, and I don't want to spend doing this forever. So I guess I'm just going to guess Northern Europe. This is probably wrong, but I don't really have any hints at all. Oh, Scandinavia. Okay. Okay, next round. We might actually get to play all 5 rounds, maybe, if I'm really swift about this. Okay, that kind of tree. Is that an acacia tree? I don't know. I've never really seen an acacia tree up close, so I don't know exactly what they look like. Now, I know that the climate here is pretty arid. It probably does not snow in the winter. I'm not seeing any palms at the moment, or palmettos, or anything of the sort. So this is probably not Florida, because I live in Florida and I'd know. Um, I'm not sure if these are acacia trees or not. I might be thinking this through a bit too much. But if these are acacia trees, then this is definitely Africa. Now, the real question is this road. Let me just see if there's anything anywhere on this road that would tell me anything. No, there isn't. I don't see anything particular. There might be something up there, but that could be a vehicle. Who knows? Let's actually take a look. Let's take a look. Because I'm thinking Africa right now. Somewhere in Africa. Was that something on the road? There's some markings using what I believe to be the Latin alphabet, or some variant of it with Arabic numerals, which still could be anywhere in the world. But if that thing up there that I'm seeing on the road is something, then that might give me a good hint. Man, this is tough. Okay. Looks like a newly paved part of the road is what I was seeing. Okay, let's wait for it to load a bit. Let's see if we're any closer. Man, whatever it is, it's pretty far away, this thing. It could just be a dip in the road and then a hill afterwards. Let's see if we can get any closer to whatever it is. Because if we can find out what that is, we might be able to tell what all this land here is. It's just a minor hint, but it could mean all the difference in the world. Yeah, that could just be the horizon, though. Something in the horizon. In which case, it would take us a long time to get all the way there. Okay, let's see if we're any closer. Oh, looks like a truck. If that's a truck, I might be able to tell where the truck is from by the design on the truck, because they've probably blurred out the license plate on it. Somebody maybe had to go through all the roads and blur out all the faces and the license plates, just to make sure that nobody's identity is compromised. Now let's see if we pass the truck. Now this could also be in the American West, because I know that there's some big grasslands out there. But currently I'm thinking Africa, someplace in Africa, not the jungly part of Africa. Sub-Saharan Africa, maybe somewhere, anywhere throughout here, you might be seeing things like this. Now it looks like there's two trucks riding behind each other. If If there's a flag on them, then that would make it really easier. Okay, yeah. They blurred the license plates. But palletways, there's an R. That does not look like an American type symbol. So this is probably not in the United States. Overnight palletized freight distribution. Now, if I could tell the skin color of the guy inside, it looks like he's a dark-skinned individual. That could be a valid clue. So we've got 2 trucks here. Yeah, I think this is Africa. I'm not saying that all truck drivers in Africa are black, or that only in Africa you'd have black truck drivers. But what I am saying is that it is statistically much more likely to have a dark-skinned truck driver in Africa. So I don't know exactly where this is. I'm going to guess Zimbabwe, because I have no idea. Now, the language is in English, so this is probably somewhere in an English colony, somewhere through here. So I'm going to guess Zimbabwe, because that at least evens it out to various parts of Africa. Let's make a guess. Fingers crossed. Oh my goodness, actually pretty close. Just across the border in Botswana. Oops, accidentally went on there. Okay. That's pretty close. Well, it is 382.6 kilometers away, so it's not pretty close, but compared to what it could have been in the entire world, it's pretty close compared to the entire area that I consider it to be. Okay, let's go another round. Okay. Immediately I'm seeing this architecture, and this wheel here, or a flower pattern, makes me think that this is maybe in India, or in some oriental location. Uh-oh. I'm thinking I should know what this is. I think I'm recognizing this slightly, but I'm not 100% sure. So hopefully, if I find a sign somewhere, I might be able to tell. But if there's no sign, then I'm out of luck. Okay. So there's no Christian symbols here. Well, at least I don't think there are. You've got your wheels. I'm thinking India. That's what I'm thinking. But I might be wrong. Could be Persia. Well, Iran, that would be today. Could be Afghanistan, though. Pakistan. Okay. I need to find the entrance, because if I find the entrance, then I might be able to see a sign. And if the sign is in English, then I might be able to tell what this is. Come on. Just get to the sign. If I can recognize if I can recognize the language of the script on the sign, I'll be able to recognize where this place is. Come on. Koshak Mahal. It is... come on, give me the zoom. It is recorded in... come on, let's have a zoom. Okay, it is recorded in Tawarik-e Ferishta that Mahmud II Kilui Sultan of Malwa... I should know where that is, but I don't. past furthest place in AH 340 something, which is AC 1445, and ordered that a 7-story palace, the Koshak-i Haft Manzil, should be built here. The present building is the outcome of these orders. The style of architecture resembles that of Mandu. It was cleared of debris and repaired by the Gwalior, I'm thinking India now, Archaeological Department in the year 1923 AC during the reign of H.H. His Highness, that is, Maharaja Sir Maharaja. This is definitely somewhere in India. Madhava Rao Scindia Elijah Bahadur of Gwalior. Now, the one problem I'm having here is that I don't remember where in India Gwalior is supposed to be, which means that I don't know where this is, but I'm pretty sure Gwalior is in India. Wait, what if it corresponds to a present part of India? Oh, that would be the best. Karnataka, Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Jammu and Kashmir, Bihar, Sikkim. Is there a search option? No, I don't think there's a search option on this map. Which means I'll have to find it. Gwalior. It could also be in Pakistan, for all I know. No, if it were in Pakistan, this would be written in Arabic now, wouldn't it? The top bit. Yeah, it's definitely in India. But oh ho ho! Looks like I found it. If I see this on, okay, let's take a closer look again. Koshak-i Haft Manzil should be built here. Present, okay. Mandu, it was cleared. Debris, Gwalior Archaeological Department. Koshak-i Haft Manzil. Okay. Yeah, this isn't going to be easy. I'm thinking of finding the exact location, but I don't think that's going to happen because I'm not that familiar with Indian geography in order to do that. This is obviously not in the inner city, so that's for sure. Okay. Well, I'm just going to have to guess the city and make a guess. Okay, a bit south, but in the same part of India. Okay, let's actually see if I could have found a clue for this. Yeah, I don't think I would have seen this even going this close. It doesn't really appear until you get really right up in there. Yeah. And it's not even labeled on the map by the look of it. Okay, fair enough. Next round. Okay, let's see something interesting. Oh, what's this? It's snowy. Is that an animal? Uh-huh. Those characters immediately tell me that this is somewhere in East Asia, probably. If I recognize this guy, I might be able to tell you. Is this in a communist region? Is my first thoughts. Is this... let's see. The flags. The flags aren't up. They had to pick a day when the flags aren't up. Because if I would have seen that flag, I would have known exactly what this was. But unfortunately, unlike the United States, where there's a flag around every corner, in most countries that isn't that way. Where in the United States, if you just look through a suburban area, you can see a flag anywhere. Just out of nowhere. You can count how many flags there are. You can't count how many flags there are because there are so many flags. Okay, so I'm thinking, that kind of character. This is probably not Japan, because I think in Japan they've got a mix of the really complex characters and simpler characters, and this is probably not Korea either, because in Korea they also have relatively simple characters as their main language. So I think this is probably somewhere in China, and a part in China that snows. And that's my only guess. China is a big place, so this isn't going to be easy to guess correctly because I'm not seeing any English being used here. Oh, where am I now? Oh, I'm inside somebody's home. Didn't know Google Maps went in here. That's strange. Okay, so let's go over here. Uh-huh. It's not giving me any English. So my guess is just going to have to remain someplace in China where it snows. And that's it. There's nothing else I can guess. And yeah, it looks like we are limited in the areas that we can go here. I actually, now that I think about it, what type of script does Mongolia use? I think they don't use the same as China. They use a different one. Yeah, they have. Do they use Cyrillic in Mongolia? I didn't know that. I thought they had their own script, but oh well. What part of China? I'm going to guess somewhere in northern China. I'm gonna guess somewhere in between these two places. So let's go here, just for a guess. There we go. Let's go. Okay, I was a bit off. It was north of Beijing, more specifically in the middle of nowhere. Wulan Butong Xian. No, Xian. Xian. It's not a sh sound, it's a sound, I think. Oh well, let's go one more. Okay, Europe, United States, where is this? Stop. English stop. Okay, speed limit 5. Looks like an American style speed limit sign. Could be the UK though. Wait, we can figure it out. Which side are our cars driving? Okay. I'm thinking the UK right now because the cars are driving on that side of the road. But the climate, now that I look at it, the climate seems a bit arid, so this might be somewhere else where they drive on the left side of the road. Which, do they do that in Australia? I don't know. Now let's another thing we can do is check on the horizon to see if there's mountains. It looks like there's a rise in there, but I'm not really seeing peaks. And in this direction, it seems pretty flat. That is something to think about. Now, hopefully this is the main road, because if it's the main road, we might be able to catch a hint. Are people flying any flags? Palm trees. Palm trees. Okay, they drive on the left side of the road. They've got palm trees. The climate is not... It's not temperate climate. It could be subtropical or tropical. I'm thinking maybe Jamaica or British Virgin Islands, Bermuda. Who knows? I'm thinking Jamaica at the moment. Let me see if I can find somebody's skin color. Now, this might be controversial to a lot of people, but it is a legitimate way to narrow down the statistics, because in different parts of the world, statistically speaking, the skin color abundancy is different. So you can actually partially tell what part of the world you're in by being able to tell somebody's skin color. Now, this person has a relatively not. This person would be colloquially considered white. So this person is not colloquially considered black. And the reason I'm saying colloquially is because, let's be honest, who is actually colored white or black? No one that I know. There's various ranges based on how much melanin you have. How healthy you are can also affect your skin color, in the sense that some people can get really pale if they're unhealthy, but other people just are straight up pale. It's one of those things where it depends on a huge number of different factors, and certain foods that you eat can also change your skin color, and people can also be jaundiced where their skin color gets a bit of a yellowish hue. Okay. Whew. Let's take a look around. So it seems to be a semi-arid climate, not many mountains. The road seemed relatively long, but you can have long roads in relatively small places. And in addition to that, people drive on the left side of a road. And I saw a person with Caucasoid features, and there's palm trees. Yeah, palm trees. That's definitely a palm tree. But I'm not seeing too much grass. This might be Australia. I don't think grass is as common in Australia as it is in some other places. But I don't know about Jamaica either. This could be Jamaica. And let's be honest, there's a huge difference between Australia and Jamaica. Now, of course, this could also be in any other place in the world that formerly spoke English besides the United States, because in the United States, people drive on the right side of the road. And I think it's the same way in Canada as well. I'm not entirely sure. I've never been to Canada. What side of a road do Canadians drive on? If you are Canadian, perhaps you can tell me in the comments below. Okay, let's take a look here. Man, no flags. You know, this would be a lot easier if a lot more people flew their flags. Okay. That could be a hint. Nope. Don't recognize it. If I don't recognize it, it's not a hint. Because then I don't have any recognition. Therefore, it is not a hint and absolutely not a meme. Not saying that I'm the defining factor on what is a meme and what isn't. Okay, let's see that street sign. This sign, that is. Let's come on, clear it up. Ah, it's turned. Okay, let's go in here. Now, of course, I haven't thought about this, but what if this is New Zealand? Okay, let's take a look at how that sign looks. It'd be great if that sign had a national symbol in the corner or something. Now, of course, give way. That's definitely not the US. Now, of course, you never know with an island country whether they would actually bother with putting a national symbol on stuff, because it's an island country. In that sense, it means that, well, who what who in the world is going to go there and not know what country they're in? Unlike in Europe, where you've got Schengen and people can go between countries frequently, and that, of course, is it. Okay, so, well, I'm not going to bother anymore. I think I've seen enough, and by that I mean not. What is this I see? Is that a Mary in the window? Is it? I don't know. I don't think it is. Because if it is, then it could be Catholic. But of course, people anywhere in the world can be Catholic. Anyway, I'm going to guess Australia. On the big map, it says Oceania on Australia. It should say it maybe somewhere over here. Because Australia is its own continent, let's be honest. Somewhere in Australia. I'm going to guess this side of Australia. And let's see how wrong I am. Halfway around the world. Let's go. Oh my goodness, it is Australia. Oh yeah. That's pretty far away, but man, actually got the right landmass, so that's good. So let's look. Yeah, I'm not seeing any big lines from looking from the big view. It looks like I did pretty well. I got relatively close in a lot of these. I think the closest one was on India because I was able to tell what part of India that was in. But this was just a straight up guess. I had no clue. This, also a straight up guess. I could have gone with this, or I could have gone with Jamaica over here, or New Zealand. And that would have been a big line across the map. But all of these are close enough to each other so that we're not seeing any line in between. And I think that's a win. I think I've won the game. That's right. Can you do this well on GeoGuessr? You probably can. With enough knowledge and research beforehand, having pre-existing knowledge, because researching while you're playing is a bit cheaty, we can do this. And comment if you like the video, and if you'd like me to maybe live stream this sometime. I could do it. It is certainly a possibility. And thank you all for watching, and I will be seeing you all next time, hopefully, on a Wiltos over and out.